Well, y'all, I finally decided to tackle these peppers. I had to wash them, and I got out all the little hot peppers. I got a bowl. I may make more pepper jelly with these, hot pepper jelly. But I got all these bell peppers, all the different color bell peppers that I got to do something with. So, I'm over here working on them now. Oh, that's stuck. I'm going to go ahead and turn my pot on, my canner, so that water will be getting hot. And I had a piece of aluminum foil here that I need to put down between my cutting board and my stove. Because having that canner there, it gets the wood so wet, hot on the cutting board, that I noticed that it started to burn because it started to, get dark. And I don't want to start a fire. But I got jars here ready to go. I got all my ingredients, I think, ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and tackle these and get these onions. And I got a couple of onions that I need. I got my peppers. I got my white vinegar, my white sugar. I've got crushed garlic, and I've got mustard seed. That's basically all you need for this. And salt to taste, which I got my salt over there. So, but the main thing I got to do right now is start cutting some of these little tops off of these peppers, like I said, and go ahead and get them in the pot. But you got to chop them up, so I'm just going to throw them in the blender processor and blend them up that way. Because you got to measure out how many peppers you have according to how much sugar and everything you put on there, but you got to measure it after they're chopped. You don't measure them before they're chopped. And all I have to do is cut these little tops off. And I'm going to go ahead and it says a half of a small onion. Well, this is a pretty good size onion, but it's only not quite half of the onion. So I'm going to put that in there. Well, I didn't put it all, I put part of it. But you notice they're all different colors. I wish I'd have had quite a few red ones. But I guess I didn't let the red ones mature to where they turn red. They stayed green. Whereas the yellow ones and the orange ones, they turn pretty fast. Don't want to get too many in there. And I don't want to have to put liquid in there because then it just waters it down. Go ahead and chop them up a little bit and put more in there. But I think it's going to be pretty with the yellow and the green and the orange. And I have frozen some of these that are not cooked or anything, not chopped up. But I don't want the stem in there. That's all you have to do is cut the stem off and chop them up. And this is where it helps to measure your peppers after they've been because the recipe calls for 3 cups of chopped up peppers, but I want to see how many all these peppers are, so I know how many how much other ingredients to add, because I want to do all of these. I'm not going to do just part of them. There's one. Two. I think this is 3 right here with my onion. This is a really simple recipe. I've got one red one down in here. Well, it's half red. It was turning red, and it's still partly green. Look, I didn't put my onion in there. Because you put a half of a small onion to 3 cups of peppers. And since I got to chop my onion up anyway, I put it right in there with my peppers. Got all those seeds up here. Put a couple more in there. I'm probably going to end up tripling the recipe because I think I'm going to have probably about 9 cups of peppers. I don't mind doing stuff like this when the weather cools off. Cool weather, you don't mind having the stove going and putting heat in the house. I've still got quite a few more in here. Let's see how many I got here. Yeah, you want it pulsed, but you don't want to just turn it on full force. Oh, I need to get it back on there because I've still got one that's like half. One. Two. That would be so pretty if I had quite a few red ones in there. I mean, it's pretty anyway. Yeah, that's going to make 6 cups. So there, I've doubled the recipe, and I'm going to go one more. Try to use up these peppers. I could put some of the peppers in more pepper jelly. Just have kind of a mild pepper jelly instead of really hot pepper jelly. Because you can put bell pepper in pepper jelly. But I think I'm going to get about 9 cups. And that will triple my recipe here. Because this recipe, they were basically showing people how to make like 1 jar of this sweet pickle relish. So they could just use it right then. But I'm going to can mine, so... That orange is such a pretty color. Get some of these little ones in there. Use up the little ones. And I put quite a bit of onion in the first 2 batches, so I don't really have to put onion in this one, unless I wanted to. What did I do with my spoon? I guess I put it in the sink. Oh, I left it in the pot, y'all. I got the spoon resting in the pot over here. Y'all, I'm going to have more than 9. I'm going to have some of these peppers left to do something else with, I think. 9 already. I put a little extra the last batch. So that's 9 right there. Let's see. If I've got 9, I gotta figure out my recipe here. Where is my, I had to get my pen. So that's 9 cups of chopped, and it's 3 1/4 cup of white wine vinegar per 3 cups of 3/4 cup. So that is it'd be 2 1/4 cup of white vinegar, 1/2 cup for 3 cups of chopped peppers, so that is 1.5 cups of sugar, 1/2 small onion, so that is 1.5 onions, 6 cloves of garlic, 3 teaspoons of mustard seed. So I had to adjust it, because I don't know if I'm going to have enough jars for all this. I don't want my pot to overrun either. So let's see. 2 1/4 cup of white vinegar. There's 1. 2. Did I say 2 1/4? Yeah, 2 1/4. And that's it right there. And they need a dry cup to get my sugar. Let me find another cup, measuring cup. Because I need 1.5 cups of sugar, I need 6 cloves of garlic crushed. I'm going to go ahead and turn that burner on. So this is getting hot. Six cloves of garlic. So that's basically what I've got in this container right here. What I got left in there. Because mine is already crushed, so what I've got left in this jar is basically what I need. Now, what else do we need? 1 teaspoon of mustard seed. Is it 1 teaspoon or did I supposed to double it? 3 teaspoons of mustard seed. And I'm just going to guess at it. There's 1, 2, 3. And then salt to taste. We put all of our ingredients in a pan, large pan, stir until sugar dissolves, bring to a light boil, reduce heat, and low simmer for 25 to 35 minutes, or until liquid reduces and absorbs into mixture. And I need to get my wooden spoon so I don't scratch my pot. But how simple is that? Now all we've got to do is cook it, bring it to a boil, turn it down and simmer it for about 35 minutes. And then we put it in our jars and put it in the canner. And we've got sweet pickle relish. Sweet pepper relish, I'm sorry, not pickle relish. But it's like pickle. I mean, we're pickling the peppers, so. But I found stirring with a wooden spoon, if you have it, is the best, because they don't bend or break like some of these other ones do. And I don't want to use a metal spoon in here because I don't want to scratch the pot. May have to find me some more jars. I'm running out of little jars. I've got plenty of big ones. Some of my jars are in the shed and I haven't gotten them out. But I think most of them are big ones. You know what, though? I'm going to go ahead and cut these. Because I'm going to do them whether I do them. Because I know I'm not going to do them in this pot. I've already got enough in the pot. But I can do them in the next batch. I may have to use a big jar too. I don't know. And I may even make this batch a hot one because I may put some of the hot peppers in it. Hot sweet pepper relish. That'll be good. Because this might make about 3 cups. And make a small batch of these. open that up some. That one's not any good. Well, it's starting to boil just a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to have one small batch, 3-cup batch, I think, of this. And like I said, I might put some hot peppers in there. Spice up the pepper relish a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put some of these hot peppers in there. These Hungarian, they're Hungarian hot peppers. Spice it up just a little. They have too much in there. Well, here it goes. Okay, this is starting to boil a little bit. How about a red one? We got a red one here. That'll add some color. And I probably should not be cutting the tops off of these peppers with no gloves on, because I know they're hot. Touch my tongue to the stem. Woo-hoo! That's hot. Oh man. Whoo! That's like a ghost pepper, y'all. Oh. Yeah, that's the last one I'm putting in there. I don't want it so hot you can't eat it. And I need my onion. I didn't put any onion in this one. I'm going to cut what I think is about a small onion off of that and put the rest of it away. Whoops. Breathing some of that hot pepper, y'all. Okay, I'm going to set my timer for 30 minutes to boil this. Just need to boil it down a little bit. Let it slow simmer. Those peppers are getting to me, y'all. That's going to be my 3 cups to make my hot batch. My hot sweet pepper relish. It's going to be hot, but it'll be sweet. So you see, you can alter your recipe. Those are little things, but I tell you what, oh my God, they are so hot. I'm going to put all these scraps in this bowl now. That's going to go out to the compost pile later. You almost need a mask, where I do, to cook, because I'm allergic to so much stuff. But we're going to let that boil for about 30 minutes, simmer, and we'll come back. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Our mixture is ready to go in our jars. I've just got kind of odds and end jars here. But they'll work. Just going to label it in my jars. Leave about 1/4 inch at the top. That might be a little bit too much. But that's what you got spoons for. So we don't want it too full at the top. See if we can get some in this. I think I'm going to get this other one too. just trying to get those bubbles up to the top. Looks like I'm going to have a little bit left, but I can leave that in and it can go in the next batch, because this doesn't have the hot peppers, the other one will. Just want to make sure I get enough in these jars. Now, why did I do that? I wanted to get the bubbles out. Where is my, oh. I would have wiped those, but they didn't have anything on them. Nothing. This one, woo, that's hot. Whoa, that's hot. Now we're going to turn the heat up on that, put the lid back on it, bring it to a boil, and process it for at least 10 to 15 minutes. But it's got to come to a boil first. In the meantime, I'm going to put this, I know it's 3 cups. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and get all the ingredients in this other batch. And this is just a single batch, so it's not going to take quite as much. You know, we had 3 times that much in this one. But I'm going to bring this to a boil, let it process for 10 to 15 minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and get the other one started, and we'll come back when it's processed. Okay, our relish has been processing long enough. So we're going to see if we can get it out of here without me breaking bottles and stuff. Because I always end up with it on this back burner. And when it's back there, it's hard to get the jars out of the canner without hitting the hood up here. And yeah, I use all kind of jars. So that was 6 small jars of regular sweet pepper relish. And I think I'm going to get 2 of these jars, these small ones, pint jars of the spicy. It needs to cook a little bit longer. So there you go, y'all. There is my sweet pepper relish with all those bell peppers I got. And like I said, I'll get 2 more pint jars of the spicy as soon as I get that cooked a little bit more. But it's still got to cook. So, but there you go. I hope y'all make some. It's real easy and it is really good. Y'all, I hear the jars popping already. I just took them out of the canner and they're popping. But y'all make you some of this. And see, I use old dip jars. And if they have a seal on the lid and I can reuse them, I reuse the jar. I don't use them very many times, but I will use them at least once or twice when I can. Because I run out of jars, y'all. You can see that. Y'all, I got 6 small jars of the regular sweet pepper relish. And then the 2 jars with the big gray lids. Those are spicy sweet pepper relish. Those 2. That was that last batch that I did. I told you I was going to do all of them. Well, those 2 with the gray tops are spicy sweet pepper relish. So they're a little bit warm.